feed them. We're going to make bread. We're going to make sure that you take cheese to the king. Because you always gave something to the king. And you're going to make sure your brothers are being fed while they're over there in war. Okay? So what happens? And Saul said to them, and then all the men of Israel were in the valley and the fighting. And then he says, and David left his baggage in the hands of the keeper in the baggage and ran into the army and came and greeted by his brothers. And he was speaking with them, and behold, the champion of men named Goliath, the Philistine of Gath, came upwards in the rank of Philistines and spoke according to the words, and David heard them. You got to go like this. See, I'm teaching them how to act too. There you go. And all the men of Israel, when they saw the man, they ran from him, and they were very much afraid. They were afraid of Goliath. Ooh, 9 feet 6 inches. That's a big man. Okay? And the man of Israel said, have you seen this man that has come? Surely he has come up to defy Israel, and he shall be the king will enrich the man who kills him with great riches, and gives him his daughter, and makes his father's house free in Israel. And David spoke to the men who stood by him, saying, what shall be done to the man who kills the Philistine, and takes away the shame from Israel? I want you to go like this. Okay? Right? For who is this uncircumcised Philistine that he should defy the armies of the living God? And the people answered him in the way, saying, so shall it be done to the man who kills him. So the king promised the person who killed Goliath was going to have a lot of riches. You got to go down because he's got to be taller than you. Okay. So he's going to promise him riches. He promised his daughter, and promised that the house was going to be paid for. So no mortgage. That's great. No mortgage. Okay, you don't know what mortgage is. That's good. And his oldest brothers, Eliab, heard, and when he spoke to the man, he said, Eliab anger was kindled against David. And he said, why have you come down? And with whom have you left those few sheep in the wilderness? I know your pride and your naughtiness in your heart, for you have to come down to see the battle. And David said, what have I done now? Was it not only a word? And he turned from towards another and spoke according to the words. And the people answered him again the same way. And the word which David spoke was heard. And they were told before Saul. And he sent for him. And David said to Saul, let no man's heart fail because of him. Your servant will go and fight with this Philistine. Okay. Not yet. Don't fight yet. Don't fight yet. And Saul said to David, you are not able to go against this Philistine to fight with him, for you are but just a youth, and he is a man of war from his youth. And David said to Saul, your servant kept his father's sheep, and they came down lions and bears and took the lamb out of the flock. And I went out after it and struck it and delivered the lamb out of his mouth. And when it rose against me, I caught it by the beard and struck it and killed it. Go like this. Like you beating up a bear. Come on, wrestling like a bear. Are you playing fiddle? He's playing a fiddle. Are you gonna hug me? Funny. Beat a bear. He's punching my stomach. Okay. All right. Your servant killed both the lion and the bear, and this uncircumcised Philistine shall be one like of them, since he has defied the army of the living God. And David said, Jehovah, who has delivered me out of the paws of the lion and out of the paws of the bear, he will deliver me out of the hands of the Philistines. And Saul said to David, go, and may Jehovah be with you. And Saul's armor, check this one out. Come back. So Saul armored David with his armor and put his helmet of bronze on his head, and he armored him with a scale armor. And David girded his sword of his armor, and he tried to go. But when he had not tested it, and David said to Saul, I cannot with these things, I have not tested them. And David put them off him. So you're going to make believe like you have an armor on, but you can't move. Good job. Good job. Okay. And he took the staff of his hand and chose 5 smooth stones. Pick up 5 stones out of the brook for himself. Smooth stones, yeah. And he put them in the shepherd's vessel. Put them in the bag. Inside your bag, right? And he had a sling. So you remember sling? Okay. And the sling, tira piedra. A sling was in his hand, and he drew near the Philistine. Now look at Goliath. Look at Goliath. And the Philistines came on and drew near to David. And the man who bore the shield was before him. And the Philistine looked and saw David and disdained him, and he was only a youth and ruddy, and his handsome appearance. Oh, okay. And the Philistine said to David, am I a dog that you come down with the stick? And the Philistine cursed David by his God. And the Philistine said to David, come to me, and I will give your flesh to the birds of the air and to the beasts of the field. Eso es lo que Goliat dijo. Te voy a dar las aves y te voy a dar los animales. Cuando yo termine contigo, voy a darle el cuerpo. Okay? Okay. And David said to the Philistines, you come to me with the sword and the spear and with a javelin, but I come to you in the name of Jehovah of hosts, the God of all the armies of Israel, who have you defied.